On Friday, a Department of Education website quoted Mao Zedong, the world's greatest serial killer. The Kids Zone page posted this quote: "Our attitude towards ourselves should be to be insatiable in learning, and towards others to be tireless in teaching." Once it gained attention, the website took it down, replacing it with this: "Sorry, there is no quote of the today." I repeat, sorry, there is no quote of the today. Yes, that's the Department of Education. Pretty scary. Their spokesperson blamed a feature that automatically generates one quote per day. So it's really not the human's fault, it's the apparatus. If only Mao felt that way, he wouldn't have killed millions of people. I'd call this an aberration, but think about the toxic factories churning out our contemporary bureaucrats, our campuses. Like McDonald's, wherever you go, you get the same thing. And campuses are just franchises for anti-Western zeal, which is why the love affair with terror persists. As Minnesota State University picked terrorist Bill Ayers as their visiting scholar. They chose him for his work in social justice, which is shorthand for bombing police departments and the Pentagon. Ayers even dedicated his book, Prairie Fire, to Robert Kennedy's assassin, Sirhan Sirhan. Sweet. Look, the website quote may have been a mistake, a silly one, but it wouldn't happen if we weren't being taught by commie scum. As long as dirtbags like Ayers are adored, Mao lives. I call it trickle-down fascism, evil that still feeds the utopian zeal of the hateful radical. Lucky for us, the only reason Ayers didn't kill millions was that he was a failure, even in that. No wonder he got tenure. Bob, should Mao be a role model for kids?
I'm
Answer no.
not quite as outraged about this as the Amazing Race, but I have the same thing I'd say is, what was somebody thinking? I mean, this is a guy, when they talk about, and he talks about education, it was educating from the little red book. You know,
yes,
that
yeah.
was his idea of education. And everybody had to teach it, and you went around and killed anybody who didn't read it. I mean, does anybody remember the Cultural Revolution?
Yes.
I mean, it was mass assassination. So I think, although I don't agree with you on the all campuses are that way, there are some, but not all of them, certainly.
Really? Because you go down the list. It's absolutely incredible that Bill Ayers now is held in esteem by anybody.
Right.
And then as a professor at University of Illinois at Chicago, his girlfriend or wife, I don't know, Bernadine Dorn,
yeah.
also an activist, a radical, a communist, is a law professor at Northwestern.
Yeah, their own friends died building bombs.
Their friends died building bombs. They talked about, you know, the destruction of American culture and whatnot. Why do we hold these people in esteem? Why do we give them positions where they're teaching our kids their BS? It's just incredible that we do this, and the Mao Zedong thing is just another example of it.
He'd have lasted about 2 minutes in the private sector. That's where they go, right? To like hide amongst themselves.
Yeah.
And then they get safety.
Do you quote Mao in your Minute mentoring?
You know what I was? No, typically not. Though I do remember a former administration official suggesting that was her idol, or one of the great leaders. I do think this is another reason why you see homeschooling numbers go up.
Right.
I read a piece last week that said that in New York City alone, there's been an increase of about 14% of people who are homeschooling from their apartment, because you look at what the Department of Education, you would think that they don't just flip through Bartlett's book of quotations and find something on education and put it up there without some thought.
Yeah, and who the heck is Bartlett anyway? Hey, KG, do you think this was just
there than in this little red book?
Do you think this was a simple error by a clueless intern, or was it part of a greater mission to turn America into a communist state?
The latter.
Yes.
Do I win the prize?
Yes, you win the
Powerball
prize.
or whatever.
You don't want to get the prize, though.
Here's the problem. I think it is quite pervasive, though, in upper education and universities. I think they just basically slip, but it's how they truly feel, which is disconcerting. That's why people are homeschooling. That's why you have to question, you know, John also had that special on. Does everyone really need to go to college? And you get 68% of the people with college degrees that are bartenders. It's like, come on. Not when you're getting an
and the
education
bartenders
like
have more sense than the people who are graduating from schools that are taught by these
than being taught this
Kids should
communist
just watch
nonsense.
the movie Cocktail.
Also, if you're going to apologize, you should probably make sure that you copy edit the apology.
Can we just show what they wrote was hilarious? It was this amazing. The quote of the day. Sorry, there is no quote of the today. That's the Department of Education, people. That's what you're paying for.
And that's their apology.
No wonder China's crushing us.
Yes. All right.